Okay, Simon, we're ready for the off. Let's dive in and kick the tire on SIPP versus ISA. So, if you're listening and feeling baffled by all the pension options out there for 2025, trust me, you're not alone. I mean, workplace pensions, personal pensions, SIPPs, state pensions, ISAs. It's like every time I open a letter from my HR department, there's a new acronym. Honestly, for the longest time, I thought my ISA was just somewhere to stash my emergency shoe fund. But the reality is, all these choices do make it feel a bit like a jungle.
You're absolutely right, Elizabeth. The sheer range of choices is what puts so many people off. And the biggest pitfall, in my view, is that folks put off making a decision entirely. Delaying contributions, well, it's expensive. For starters, you miss out on free money from your employer, you lose out on tax relief, and all that lost time for letting compound interest quietly work its magic.
And, Simon, I'll be honest, I've been there. My early 20s, I never even looked at my workplace pension statements, just chucked them in a drawer with takeout menus. It really wasn't until later that I started reviewing those statements regularly and realised, wait, there's basically free cash in here. I reckon loads of people are in that boat. There's so much noise, it's tempting to just ignore the whole thing, but that's how you lose out.
Exactly. And even if you're self-employed or just starting in your first job, none of these options are set and forget. It's about knowing what each actually gives you. You've got to peek out of the jungle rather than hiding in it, if that makes sense. And for what it's worth remembering that a bad pension decision literally lasts a lifetime.
Right, let's move this along and talk tax perks. Because who doesn't love free money? Simon, explain to everyone why pensions, especially SIPPs and workplace ones, are these tax-saving monsters.
I love this bit. Pensions are arguably the tax goldmine of British savings. So, quick example. If you'd put in £8,000 into a personal pension, or SIPP, the government immediately gifts you £2,000. That's 20% tax relief for basic ratepayers. And if you're a higher rate taxpayer, you can actually claim back even more tax relief through your self-assessment. And if you're in a workplace pension, you get employer contributions on top of that. That's like getting a sneaky pay rise you didn't even ask for. Again, think free money.
I love that. Sneaky pay rise and free money. But here's what I hear from younger friends. I'm just starting out. I'm not earning enough. Do I really benefit from all this tax relief? What do you say to that?
Well, here's the thing. Even those tiny contributions, a few quid a month, get that immediate boost from tax relief. If you put in 80, the government bumps it up to 100 right off the bat. Let it sit, let the compound interest do its job, and you'll be amazed at how those small monthly bits snowball over decades.
Yeah, compound growth, my favourite flavour of boring magic. But access is the kicker, isn't it? Pensions are locked till you're 55, about to move to 57 soon. But ISAs, you can just take the money out when you need. You could, spend it on a sudden move to Spain or something dramatic and drastic.
And that flexibility is why ISAs work so well for short-term savings or if you need to dip in early. Pensions are for the long haul, a marathon. ISAs are your access anytime buffer. It's the 200 meters dash, to keep the athletics analogy going. That's why most people should layer them. Use an ISA for things like house deposits or emergencies, and the pension for your real retirement nest egg.
Okay, here's another scenario. I want flexibility. I don't want my money locked up. Simon?
I hear that all the time. The answer is you don't have to pick one or the other. Use a hybrid approach. Fill up your ISA for near-term needs and feed your pension for down-the-road financial freedom. That way, you're not stuck, and you've got both short and long-term sorted.
Let's tackle control, because some of us want hands on the wheel and some want to just, sit back and coast. With SIPPs, you get to pick your actual investments, right? Shares, funds, commercial property, even eco-friendly portfolios if that's your vibe.
Absolutely. If you want all the bells and whistles, SIPP is king. But if you're thinking, I don't even know what a bond is, don't worry. Standard personal pensions are much more managed, so you can just let the pros handle it. And workplace pensions? Even less hassle, but limited choice. They're great for anyone who wants low fees and not much to tinker with, but still get the all-important employer matching contribution.
You know, I had a mate who wasn't fussed about investments until she discovered ethical investing, switched to a SIPP, found funds that lined up with her values, and finally felt good about where her money was headed. Sometimes it's not about chasing performance, but feeling like your money reflects who you are.
And that's such a good point, Elizabeth. Let's put this all in context. Take Emma, she's 35, salaried, earning 40 grand a year. She needs to max out that workplace pension first, get every bit of employer match. But if she's keen on specific investment ideas, opening a SIPP as a sidecar makes total sense. Then there's Raj, self-employed at 42, with an income that goes up and down. He needs a flexible option, a personal pension or SIPP where he can tweak contributions whenever. And Zoe, 21, part-timer, not even auto-enrolled yet. Lifetime ISA's ideal for her. Contribute up to 4 grand and the government adds a 25% bonus. She can use it for her first home or keep it for retirement. 3 people, 3 totally different solutions.
And that's why you've got to review your own situation. It's not one size fits all. Where you work, what you earn, your disposable income, how much you want to get involved, all of these things changes what makes sense for you.
Get the basics right and then tailor from there.
Exactly. And if you're not sure, take professional advice from a regulated financial planner. In the interim, just start simple. Check your employer matching contribution. Open a SEEP or personal pension if you're your own boss. Use calculators online to estimate your future pot. Even £50 a month goes a long way over 20, 30 years. Never underestimate the impact of compound interest on those small savings.
All right, Simon, I think we've cut through some of that jungle for today. But what happens once you've built this lovely pension pot up? We haven't even scratched the surface on drawdown, annuities, all that jazz. Shall we make it a cliffhanger?
We absolutely should, because drawdown versus annuities is a whole saga on its own, especially with rates shifting in 2025. Let's pick that up next time.
Perfect. That's your lot for this episode, folks. If this helped, please share it, subscribe, you know the drill, and send in your pension questions. We love bringing real stories into the show.
And remember, your pension is your power. Use it wisely and we'll catch you next time. Cheers, Elizabeth.
Cheers, Simon. And before I wrap up, thanks to Yemi Agbebi, the executive producer of these informational series on UK pensions. My sincere thank you to our listeners as well. Bye, and have a good one, everyone.